Look at this. 2,300 kilometers of hot asphalt and reinforced steel, subduing the majestic Andes mountain range. I want you to understand that this is not just a road, it is a $10 billion engineering expedition connecting two oceans. To bridge Brazil and Chile, we had to move machinery to an altitude of 4,000 meters, where air is so thin that standard diesel engines would stall. The tolerance allowed when we assemble these bridge spans over the abyss is less than 5 millimeters, an unthinkable precision. Today, I will lead you deep into the anatomy of how we use 3D concrete printing and lasers to conquer this Andes death zone. Look at this foundation system. In the unstable Chaco Basin, we must drill 60 meters deep into the earth to find the bedrock. Each pier you see is high-strength 500 grade concrete, reinforced with synthetic polymer fibers to resist acidic soil corrosion. I have established a mobile beam factory right here to cast ultra-heavy components without the need for thousands of kilometers of transport. These robotic arms weld automatically with laser precision, ensuring each 200-ton span meets absolute standards. Why do I say it's extremely difficult? Because at this altitude, a 40-degree temperature shift between day and night causes massive steel expansion. If I didn't design these smart hydraulic joints, your road would crack and shatter after just one harsh winter. You are looking at an autonomous 3D concrete printer. I use it to build rest stations directly on these sheer cliffs. The 3D robot sprays layers of high-grade concrete, reducing waste by 40% and ensuring absolute safety for my workers. Logistics is the real nightmare. Imagine moving 40-meter bridge spans through these 15% grade hairpin turns. I must use SPMT multi-axle hydraulic trailers, which allow each wheel to rotate independently to clear these geographical dead zones. Every millimeter of tilt in the roadbed is monitored. If the sensors detect a 2-millimeter shift, the entire construction zone is automatically locked down. As we enter the peaks above 4,500 meters, oxygen levels drop to 60%. This is where our specialized tunnel boring machines, or TBMs, come into play. The cutter head is armed with tungsten carbide alloys, capable of crushing the hardest granite on the planet while maintaining thermal stability. Every meter of tunnel is immediately reinforced with precast concrete segments, forming an indestructible steel-reinforced tube inside the mountain. But drilling is just the start. To keep this heart of the mountain alive, we must install massive axial jet fans, 4 meters in diameter. The airflow must be precise. These fans circulate 500 cubic meters of air per second to keep our workers breathing and the machinery cool. Behind me is the gantry robot. It uses a high-grade Portland cement mix, blended with super plasticizers for extreme 3D precision. This specialized mix reaches 40 megapascals of compressive strength in just 24 hours, speeding up construction by 300% compared to traditional methods. On these suspension spans, we use post-tensioning techniques, pulling high-strength steel cables with the force of 50 heavy trucks. This tension neutralizes the tensile stress within the concrete, making the bridge an elastic yet unyielding structure. Each synchronization of the hydraulic jacks is controlled by a central computer. A single error could warp the entire multi-million-dollar span. Every component here is tagged with QR codes and RFID chips. I can track the status of a single bolt across 2,300 kilometers. In seismic-heavy Chile, we install lead-core seismic isolators. They absorb up to 8-magnitude earthquake energy, protecting the structure. The road surface itself is modified with carbon fibers and polymers. It won't melt under the Chaco sun or crack in the Andes frost. Every weld on these steel girders undergoes non-destructive testing. We use X-rays to find cracks smaller than a human hair. Safety is non-negotiable. We've buried fiber optic sensing cables beneath the asphalt across the entire 2,300-kilometer route. These fibers are so sensitive they can detect the vibration frequency of a single falling rock before it even hits the road surface. To power this smart artery, thousands of solar panels line the medians, creating a self-sustaining energy grid independent of any nation. In extreme steep sections, we've engineered runaway truck ramps filled with loose aggregate calculated for 100-ton kinetic impacts. Every curved super elevation is AI optimized to minimize aerodynamic drag, saving millions of liters of fuel for transcontinental fleets. Now, witness the power of precision blasting. We use electronic detonators with millisecond delays to sculpt the granite with zero collateral damage. As the dust settles, the path through these vertical cliffs is revealed a triumph of millions of man-hours and elite engineering minds. Our radial drainage system is designed to handle Amazonian deluges, directing massive water volumes away from the foundation through HDPE pipes. Every single day, autonomous drones perform LiDAR 3D scans, syncing field data with our building information modeling software in real time. We've completed the base, but the peak of our technical nightmare lies ahead. The extreme assembly of the central cable stayed bridge spans. At this altitude, wind isn't just a concept, it's a mechanical force capable of toppling any conventional crane. We must adapt. We utilize self-climbing tower cranes anchored directly into the cliff faces using grade 8.8 high-strength steel-threaded rods. The heart of the span is the hollow steel box girder designed to minimize weight while maintaining extreme torsional rigidity. Each 5-meter segment is launched using the incremental launching method, sliding on Teflon bridge bearings with ultra-low friction. This is a duel with physics. As the girder extends over the abyss, gravity-induced deflection can pull the nose down by dozens of centimeters. We use a specialized launching nose, a lightweight steel structure that catches the next pier before the main span even arrives. But the real predator is wind resonance. If the wind's frequency matches the bridge's natural frequency, it could lead to catastrophic collapse. Our ultimate solution: tuned mass dampers. Massive steel spheres weighing hundreds of tons suspended inside the span to neutralize harmful vibrations. Witness the final closure. This is the make-or-break moment. Spans from both sides must meet in the middle with sub-millimeter precision. We execute this at 4 a.m., when steel temperatures are most stable, using liquid nitrogen to shrink the joints before securing thousands of bolts. As the final bolt is torqued, the bridge becomes a unified structure, a total victory of mathematics and material strength. Now, look at the roadbed. To prevent erosion from heavy fleets, a super durable epoxy coating is sprayed over the concrete before paving. This membrane acts as a protective skin, preventing water from rusting the internal rebar, extending the lifespan to over 100 years. Inside the mountain walls, we use shotcrete, reinforced with steel fibers and galvanized mesh for immediate load-bearing support. In Amazonian marshlands, we apply preloading. Millions of tons of sand squeeze the water out of the soil for 6 months before paving. Our sustainable drainage system filters rainwater through automatic oil separators before releasing it back into the Amazon ecosystem. High-altitude automated weather stations feed real-time atmospheric data to adjust the intensity of our laser fog lighting systems. Every bridge, every tunnel, and every meter of asphalt is a module in a giant infrastructure supercomputer connected by a fiber optic backbone. We are witnessing the convergence of IT and heavy engineering, where AI predicts failures before they even happen through stress data analysis. The Capricorn Bioceanic Highway doesn't just link two oceans, it links the present to the future of human infrastructure engineering. The physical infrastructure is complete, but the soul of the Capricorn Bioceanic Highway lies in its digital neural network. At our Digital Twin Command Center, a 3D replica of the entire route displays every single vibration in real time. Look at our weigh-in-motion system. Instead of stopping trucks at stations, quartz sensors are embedded directly into the road surface. As a truck passes at 100 kilometers per hour, the system calculates axle weights with 99% accuracy, identifying any overload immediately. Inside the tunnels, our automatic incident detection uses AI to recognize a stopped vehicle or smoke within just 2 seconds. In case of fire, high-pressure water mist nozzles activate, cooling the air and washing away toxic smoke without damaging the structure. But the real enemy is material fatigue. Millions of heavy load cycles can create microscopic cracks in these steel joints. Our autonomous climbing robots perform eddy current testing, seeing through layers of paint to find defects smaller than a hair. Now, witness the most brutal phase. extreme load testing. 50 heavy trucks, each weighing 40 tons, are lined up on the main span. Engineers monitor digital inclinometers and laser theodolites to ensure the deflection matches our mathematical models perfectly. Next is dynamic testing. Heavy fleets drive across at varying speeds to test the bridge's damping response to real-world kinetic energy. In high-risk landslide zones, we've installed flexible debris flow barriers made of ultra-high-strength steel mesh. Each mesh ring is connected to a tension sensor. If a rock hits the net, an automatic warning signal is sent 5 kilometers up the road. At the highest peaks, we've integrated geothermal heating beneath the asphalt to prevent black ice, the invisible killer of transcontinental drivers. Even maintenance is automated. Autonomous striping robots use RTK positioning to repaint lanes with centimeter-level precision.
With the activation of LockHub 7.0, we now have real-time visibility across the entire global supply chain, allowing us to optimize routes dynamically.
This is the breakthrough we've been waiting for. Look at the thermal data coming off the axle. We are looking at unprecedented levels of energy reclamation.
The flow of goods between Santos and Antofagasta is now managed by blockchain. Paperwork at the border, it's down from days to just minutes. Look at the horizon. By cutting 15 days off the journey around Cape Horn, we are effectively moving South America closer to the rest of the world. This is a geopolitical masterstroke. Landlocked nations like Bolivia now have a virtual gateway to the ocean through our high-speed terminals. You see these corridors? They are dry ports. Robotic arms here can transfer a container between road and rail in under 120 seconds. Efficiency is the only law here. The automation is so seamless that a truck never has to drop below 40 kilometers per hour for inspection. But my engineering team also prioritized life. Look at these ecological bridges, green corridors crossing over the highway. We covered these bridges with local soil and acoustic barriers so Amazonian wildlife can cross without hearing the roar of the engines below. For emergencies, I've placed rescue helipads every 50 kilometers. Medical support is never more than 15 minutes away, anywhere on the route. Now, let's look at the future. We've embedded technical pits for dynamic wireless charging the inductive road. In a few years, electric trucks will charge directly from the road as they drive, eliminating the need for fossil fuels entirely. This is the greenest logistics corridor on the planet, neutralizing millions of tons of CO2 through pure engineering innovation. I've ensured every drop of rainwater is filtered through automatic separators before it touches the sensitive Amazonian rivers. When you look at this road, don't just see asphalt. See a 120-year legacy of human courage and relentless technical pursuit. I've designed this corridor to be the greenest in the world. These 1 megawatt ultra-fast chargers can power a 40-ton electric fleet in just 30 minutes. Look at the logistics data on my screen. We are neutralizing millions of tons of CO2 every year by shifting from sea to this high-speed land bridge. But technical perfection doesn't stop at completion. I've ensured the road remains future-proof with these modular technical pits. Soon, trucks will charge via induction wirelessly from the road itself. No stops, no fuel, just pure kinetic energy. The success of Capricorn has changed everything. Neighboring nations are now adopting our infrastructure lifecycle model.
I'm incredibly proud of the team here for reaching 3,000 days without a lost time incident.
Behind every bolt you see, there are workers from 20 nations who wrote this epic saga with their sweat and steel. Listen, that roar? It's the first container convoy rolling from the Atlantic toward the Pacific. The sound of victory. We've done it. We've broken the geological and physical barriers that have separated these two oceans for millions of years. The world map is officially redrawn. The Pacific is no longer an endpoint. It is the beginning of a faster, more sustainable supply chain. From orbit, this highway looks like a sharp silver thread. But on the ground, it's a living, breathing mechanical entity. By 2050, I envision this becoming the first green lung corridor, where every rest stop is a hydrogen and solar power plant. Look at these landlocked cities. Thanks to our work, they now possess a virtual ocean gateway, turning them into logistics tigers. We've proven that no terrain is invincible if you have the right data and the relentless will of a chief engineer. My AI-driven predictive maintenance system will process stress data to ensure this bridge never truly ages. It only gets smarter. This is what I call everlasting infrastructure. By constantly self-diagnosing, the Capricorn Highway doesn't just endure time, it masterfully ignores it. Look at these autonomous truck platoons. I've designed the V2Y system to allow the road itself to control their speed, optimizing the global flow. $10 billion, 30 million tons of concrete. But the most important number is zero. Zero technical challenges left without a solution. I want you to remember these TBMs and 3D robots. They are the pioneers for our future mega projects on Mars or beneath the deep oceans. This corridor has become my giant outdoor laboratory, where we test super materials under the most brutal physical stresses on Earth. When night falls, notice the smart lighting guiding the freight. It is the breath of progress, the heartbeat of a world without distances. We haven't just built a transport route. I've helped build a monument to technical courage that will be studied for centuries. The secret? It's the perfect harmony of optimized design, advanced materials, and an uncompromising stance on precision. Dawn at Antofagasta. As these containers head to Asia, I can tell you that the rotation of the world just got faster and more efficient. The fear of death roads is gone. I've replaced it with absolute trust in the structural integrity of human engineering. We are closing the construction chapter to open a century of prosperity. This is a living legacy for every future engineer watching. Keep this name in mind, Capricorn Bioceanic. It is the definitive symbol of the 6D mega manufacturing era. We moved from 2D blueprints to a 3D reality. But the sixth dimension? That is our human ambition to conquer the impossible. Thank you for joining me in dissecting this marvel. Remember, human intellect is limitless when we dare to face the greatest physical barriers. Don't forget to subscribe to witness the next billion-dollar voyage into the world of mega machines. I'll see you at the next project.